And yeah, a lot of people, if they don't like pick up hitchhikers regularly, and like they tell their friends think they're a hitchhiker. I like to think I give hitchhikers a good name, and I'm a positive person and stuff like that. Maybe put them in a bit of a nicer light, because they have a bad reputation. People hitchhiking, they've got a very bad reputation. But I don't think that has to be the case. Like, again, the world isn't as bad as people make it out to be. There's always has been, always will be evil in the world, but I don't think you can live your life panicking about that, because you just won't enjoy it if you're scared of everyone, thinking that someone's out to get you. Like, it's not how I want to live my life. I want to be positive. I want to meet people. I want to experience different cultures. I don't want to close myself off to the world. Even though there's conflict and different things going on, I don't think you should close yourself off. So I'm going to keep doing this.
Do it.
Are you getting tired?
Tonight, it hasn't hit me yet, but I'm sure as soon as I like get out and sit down somewhere, the sugar high, yeah.
It'll be nice. I think I won't say out loud where we're going, but
Yeah.
it'll be a surprise to you. So we've got this thing.
He's like, all right, great, you booked a hotel that I can't stay at now.
Pete and I, we always like to surprise each other, and in fact, scare people. That's our thing. Like, we try to scare each other all the time.
Yeah.
We scare each other.
You don't walk down the street trying to scare people?
Yeah, we just scare random people.
Well, just so you know, go to the left.
Yeah, the left.
Alright.
It's funny, yeah, like the second, like the third day she stayed over at
Justin
my
Broski
place,
thinks
like,
it's a $5
I
tip.
And I was in this I lived in this big dark house, and it was just me and the dog. And she's like, oh, I gotta run out and grab something in my car. And which I hid, you know, or like
I went down the stairs, I had to go through a dining room that was pitch black, through a kitchen because all the lights were off to get out.
And I hardly knew her. And I just scared the hell out of
He
her.
was crouched down
like,
in that
jumped.
dark dining room when I was coming back. And I was coming around the corner, like trying to feel my way around this big dark house because I didn't even know what the lights were to turn them on. And
Yeah.
he's like waiting, and then he goes, and he's giant.
Yeah.
It's big for me. So he jumped down. He's like, ah, and I'm like, ah. But
She's such a good sport about it. That's how you knew, you know? She's a keeper.
So-
I just started laughing.
Do you get him back?
Oh, she gets me
yeah.
all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Gets me now.
He got out of the shower the other day, and he has his clothes are in the office, in the closet in the office. So I knew that. So I went in, hid in his closet until he got out of the shower, and then came in, and he opened the door.
Something took my attention off of my desk. It's like my computer, I noticed like that something was on, so I went to go shut it off, so I didn't see, and then I turned around and go open my door to get my clothes.
And I'm like this.
She jumped out of the closet.
Yeah, so we do that all the time with each other. But we also like to surprise people with good things, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Surprises
where are you
are
going to
good.
sleep tonight? Surprise!
Even I don't know.
Well, thank you guys so much for doing that.
It's my
That's
pleasure.
so generous of you.
Thank you, man.
It's crazy to me.
Thanks for doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like what I'm doing.
It's
That is-
awesome.
yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And how many siblings did you say you have? Do you have step siblings and
Yeah, I got one sister, then two stepsisters, two stepbrothers.
wow, cool.
It's a big step family. And they're between Vancouver Island, where I'm from, and central British Columbia, where I went to college and stuff like that.
Maybe I'm saying it straight here.
Going north, Manchester, Concord.
Right? I'm
Nope,
just going to stay
you
straight.
Stay straight.
Alright, cool.
But I'm sorry, up here. Sorry, Trevor. Up here.
It's all good.
To the,
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Just making sure we weren't listening very off. We're good.
no, yeah, we're good.
Cool.
And up here, it'll be a fork and be fair right. 2
we're all pretty close. Like the youngest is what, 22, and the oldest is 26. Because it was just me and my sister. We're a year and a half apart, and then everyone else was like within.
That way, right? Sorry, John.
Who they remarried had kids at like the same age, so we're all within 4 years or something like that. Yeah. So 6 siblings all within 4 or 5 years is kind of, it's cool because you're at the same point of life when you're a bit younger, so it's not like someone's 18, the other person's 5, and you can't relate to them really when you're young, but they're the same age as us, so that they I got along well with them. Yeah, and I got along decent with my sister. She was a little bit of a a crazy child and was mean, but she's beautiful. She's wonderful now. Megan, if you're watching, you're wonderful. Yeah. Like I still use it in rainstorms. It just leaks in, so I have a sleeping pad, and it kind of keeps me from getting wet. I just have to stay directly on the pad, and then I don't get wet with the water on the floor of the tent.
You just sleep on your back, like you don't move normally, right?
Yeah, if you stray too far, you're gonna dip everything, including your down sleeping bag, into a puddle of water, which is not ideal. I don't know if you've gotten down wet before, but it kind of loses all its loft and loses its insulating properties. So it's a fun when it gets wet out. There's a fine line. I love my tent though. I think I'm gonna try and retreat it. You can reseal the floor, retreat the fly so it's more water. Yeah, and I love it. And they've updated that same tent, but they changed the color scheme. My current tent is a very nice neutral green color, which is great for my purposes because it's not obvious that you're camping. And I'm like, they don't make tents like that color because very few people want a tent that's hard to find. Because if you're camping regular, you either want to be able to find your tent, or should something go wrong, you want someone else to be able to find your tent.
Right. Yeah.
So
you don't want to be found.
Yeah, I'm free camping. I prefer to be unseen.
Yeah.
And I get up early in the morning. I'm gonna take the tent down, and it's like I was never there. But they don't make many tents like that because it's such a small market. And they've already updated the color scheme, and it's not as discreet as it once was. So I can't get a new one.
You can definitely patch it up.
Yeah.
Straight through the sunlights.
Okay.
At the next set of lights, you can take a left.
Left. Okay. This one. Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna do a privacy blackout in a second here,
There's a.
so you guys don't know where I'm at.
What's that?
I'm just telling them I'm gonna make it dark so they can't see exactly where I am.
Right up here on the right is right
All right, I'm just gonna do it now.
Cool. If
Oh,
we're
here it
right.
is. Is
Oh,
this
there
it?
it is.
Yeah, the man.
Yeah, shh, don't say it. It looks like it.
There you go. I have to go in with you though. 'Cause,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come in too.
Okay.
All this stuff here. Oh, he's got all this stuff. So hold on. Back here. I just don't want to hit that car. Visibility isn't the best right now. Like, what the heck?
And right over there is a memorial park, Veterans Memorial Park.
Okay.
There's a lot around here.
Drop it. That was quick. On a whim, we got it.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's close. We didn't
Hotel
go.
Perfect.
tonight.
That's all good. We'll walk out of it in like 2 seconds.
Oh, really? Okay, then want me to pull right up there? Oh, yeah, ready?
All
I'll
right.
just pull right behind this car because we'll be under the awning. I just don't want his stuff to get wet.
You want to shut the car off?
Yeah.
You have enough room. Oh.
Oh, thanks.
That's all you. Is that your hat? Is that Pete's hat?
I think it's Pete's. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
That's
that's everything. Phone, wallet. Yeah. Thanks. I'm just gonna mute the audio too here. Alright, just so you know, the video and audio is back on. Just as a heads up.
Oh.
Hi guys. And we have to take. Would you mind taking a picture with me too?
Oh yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll get one of you guys for. Oh,
We can just all like.
All three of us?
You're
Yeah,
so
and
you're
I can
very
do it
tall.
too.
Yeah. Let me see if I can move back and we'll see. I'll get behind you guys maybe, right? Baby, you don't have to. It's up.
Oh, I was gonna try to take one too.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. You gotta go as high. No, you're here. Come on.
Very nice.
cool.
Hold on, let me
Alright.
try to get one
Alright.
here. Oh wait, that's do this very often. There we go. Switch. Did I do it right?
That's
Okay.
cool. Came out.
So we'll give you our cell phone
Yeah.
numbers, and
Yeah.
if you need anything, just
Yeah, just give us a call anytime when you're
Shout.
back.
Into here.
oh, and I'll see about this hotel tonight. Check out 11 a.m.
Okay.
Eh.
That's good. That's late for you, probably, right? You can sleep in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright,
I'll
cool.
get plenty of sleep there. Everyone's just saying thank you guys for the.
Oh, it's our
Aw.
pleasure.
Awesome
Nice to meet
experience.
everyone. Dude, thank you. This is unreal.
Yeah.
Amy and Pete. I'll just put Amy and Pete.
Okay.
And I'll put. It's actually her cell phone, but she's had it for so long, so we're probably gonna keep it forever. Like
Okay.
mine has changed
Oh,
a number of
yeah.
times, so like, but
Perfect.
Amy and Pete.
Alright.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Also-
have
also-
something you'll think of us by that way you'll know who Amy and Pete is.
Yeah.
Or you can put our location.
Do you want to
So-
put our? Do you want to give them our address? Give them our address on there, right?
Can I do it on this?
It's
Like
It's
a
just
note?
it's just a note, so you
Oh,
can
just
a note,
you
cool,
can,
yeah.
return and then put the address on a separate line.
Cool.
Alright, so you drive?
Drive. Some. Oh. That's it. Yeah,
I've only been there since February. We
Oh.
moved in like in
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
before a big snowstorm came through.
Yeah, but good luck the rest of the trip, man. For real.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll need that luck.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, I don't know if there's anything else that you think will be helpful.
Phone number's the main thing.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
long as I
that's
have a phone
it,
number,
like,
then I have a way to
chill.
contact you.
Yeah. Cool. Perfect.
Well,
Well,
thank you so much.
guys,
This is
pleasure
great. We
to
got
meet you,
your
man.
business
Pleasure to
card.
meet you, brother. Great experience, sir.
Thank you so
Oh.
much.
No, thank you.
What an amazing day.
I know.
Very cool. Thank you,
crazy.
man. It was
Yeah.
definitely cool.
Yeah.
So
and I really
unreal.
hope I get to see you guys again soon.
You will call us.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Call
Give
us.
us a
If you're
call.
around.
Yeah.
Say
Bring
bye,
your
everyone.
people through.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Sorry, I
See
did
ya.
not shower today. It's like the one day I just didn't shower. I just threw everything up.
All right.
Good luck, Sean.
But
Thank
yeah,
you.
Later,
take
bye,
care.
guys.
Enjoy.
I love hitchhiking. I really do. I really do. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. Okay. Okay. What a great day. What a great day. What amazing people. I'm so happy I met them. I'm so happy I met them. And they went way above and beyond what anyone could ever expect from another person as far as generosity and taking care of someone. I just pretty speechless about that encounter. Pretty speechless about that whole encounter. And I was it doesn't, not much makes me like upset or angry, but that whole situation with the kind of power tripping cop was actually really wearing on me. And like literally as soon as he came back and did his like power tripping again and threatening to take me to jail, they came right then. And it was such a change of scenery and of atmosphere. I was immediately brought back into just loving what I was doing. So yeah, stuff like this is why I love hitchhiking. Stuff like this is why I love hitchhiking. There is so many good people in the world. There's so many good people in the world. You just have to open yourself up to meeting those people. I feel like there's a tendency these days to close yourself off to meeting new people and experiencing new things for fear of the unknown, people are scared. But humans they can do great things and they can do terrible things, but the vast majority of people are wonderful. So go out there and meet people. Go out there and meet people. I guess I'll show you my hotel room that they got me. Why do you use confusing lamps? They took the cake? The cake's right there. Okay. This is you guys. This is what you look like. Aren't you pretty? Can we get a Pete and Amy emote? I think we should. This is the bathroom. This is the bathtub. That's the toilet. Alright, that's my hotel room. Shower stream. Again, every time someone says that, there's been a few streamers that have made little whoopsies with that. Actually, okay, let's go back to this. They've made mistakes with the shower streams, and they might have shown a little bit more than they were expecting to. Dark Crusader, thank you for the $10 donation. Nowhere else can I experience what I experienced today with you. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you so much, Dark Crusader, for the $10 donation, and it's a very nice message. Thank you very much. Thank you. You get banned, yeah, so we're not gonna do that. We don't feel like getting banned. Make sure the toilet is not a bidet. Bidets are fancy. I was in Japan. I can get behind a bidet. I like bidets. Well, flavor, I got chocolate chip. Everyone was saying, or quite a few people in chat were saying chocolate chip, and the person working there said the chocolate chip was the most popular one. So it's the shower with your clothes on. Yeah, that would be like that's fine according to terms of service. Yeah, why would you not want a bidet? Like, it's the the best way to get clean, you know? Okay. So this is a cannoli from Mike's in Boston. Can you recap the day a bit? Yes, I can do that. That's something I can do. Okay, so this morning I was in Newport, Rhode Island, staying with Matt, and that was. I spent the past 3 nights staying at a place Matt was letting me use. Matt's such an awesome guy. Like, I really hope I get to meet him again as well. Okay, but that's kind of previous days and today, but previous days. Sean Corbett Sr. Is that what it's supposed to be? Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Twitch checkers, and thank you for that support. So I started there. He drove me to the state airport in Newport, or it was actually Middletown, and I tried to hitchhike there for like an hour and a half. There wasn't much traffic today because weather was still variable. There was still not the best weather, so people weren't flying the type of planes that I'd be hitchhiking on. So after an hour and a half of that, one of the guys who works around the airport was saying they were going back up north so they could give me a ride. They gave me a ride to just north of Fall something. Don't read the VOD. Well, people wanted an update. You can mute it for just the next 1 minute, and then it'll all be good. Anyway, just into Massachusetts, across the bridge out of Rhode Island. And yes, at the airport that morning, Martha Stewart did fly. Oh, Falls River, thank you. Martha Stewart did fly out of that airport at 9 a.m. and I missed that. I came too late to meet Martha Stewart and ask her to hitchhike on her airplane. Dang it! Missed opportunities. But if that happened and if I hitchhiked on Martha Stewart's airplane, I wouldn't have had this experience that we just witnessed right now. So, they gave me a ride to just North Falls River, and there's this like service station on the side of the state highway, which is amazing for hitchhiking because everyone that stops there is going north up that highway. Everyone is going somewhere. I could have got a ride to Boston very quickly there, or anywhere else going north. It was a really good spot. So I started hitchhiking there, and then a state cop came up, and he's like, hitchhiking is banned in the state of Massachusetts. And in a polite way, I essentially told him that's incorrect. It's illegal in Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Delaware, and New Jersey, but it's not banned in the state of Massachusetts. And I asked him to look up the state legislature and inform me of what it actually says in regards to hitchhiking in the state of Massachusetts. So he went back, checked it out, and came out and was like, yeah, so on a technicality, it's not illegal to hitchhike in Massachusetts. Essentially, him saying I'm not really wrong, but it's not illegal. But he said that this was a state-owned highway and you can't hitchhike on a state-owned highway, even though I'm on a service station on the side of it, even though it's the safest place to hitchhike in the world, because people are barely moving. They're slow, and they stopped at this service station on the side to get gas and different things like that. It's the safest place in the world to do it. And what those laws are in place for is for the safety of passengers, or for pedestrians and motor vehiclists. That's what they're there for. So he's like, you can't hitchhike here. You have to get off of the state highway network. You can hitchhike at the very start of the on-ramp, like next to the road, but not on the on-ramp itself, onto the highway where I'm about to take you. So he took me there, and it was a horrible spot, but I started hitchhiking there. I spent like 2 hours there. I had one guy pull over who was drinking beers, so I turned down his ride. I had another guy pull over and offered to pay for an Uber to wherever I wanted to go. He had money in his hand. He had a couple 20s in his hand. He's like, wherever you want to go, I'll buy you an Uber. And I'm like, my channel's called Hitch Live. I appreciate that. That's such a generous offer. But it's legal for me to hitchhike here, so I'm going to hitchhike. So I kept hitchhiking. And then shortly after that, the same state police officer came up, this time a bit more uppity, and said, no, you can't hitchhike here. And I'm like, but I'm at the very start of the, I'm where you told me to be. And he's like, no, you can't be here, you have to be on the other side of the road on the sidewalk. Which you can't, like, that does nothing. There's no way to hitchhike on there, essentially saying, he told me I couldn't hitchhike in Massachusetts, and he's doing everything he can to just make it so I cannot hitchhike. Just trying to make my life difficult. And as soon as that happened, and he blocked traffic for me to walk across the road. He's like, pick up your stuff right now and leave. And he blocked traffic so I could cross the street because he wanted me to move right then. And I sat down on the like little fence thing on the sidewalk, and I'm like, all right, let's figure out where we can go, where we have to go to make this work. And as soon as I sat down, our new favorite people, Amy and Pete, came, and they picked me up, and they're like, are you going to Boston? I'm like, yeah, I'm going north up through Boston. And they're like, well, hop in, come along. And they took me in, and they drove me to Boston. They asked me where I was trying to go. I'm like, right now I'm actually trying to bypass Boston because I'm trying to go up north to Vermont to meet my friend. So where would you want to be tonight? And I'm like, don't go out of your way, guys. And they already going out of their way because they were just out for a Sunday drive. They weren't going to Boston for anything. But they took me to Boston took me out for dinner at a nice pizza restaurant. We had 3 pizzas and stuff like that. And then they took me to Mike's Pastries for some cannolis. And then they drove me up to Manchester, New Hampshire. We're in a new state. By the way, this is state 30 now. We've crossed into the 30th state. We've got 20. Like we're so far into this trip. And they got me a hotel room, and a very nice one at that. So just a mix of emotions today. And I met some wonderful people today. But this is why I love hitchhiking. This is why I love hitchhiking. Anyone who buys you cannolis is a friend indeed. Yeah. Turn out the best for you? Absolutely. Hawk around, thanks for the 100 bits. I think that's all we got. I'm gonna take a bite of this cannoli. I can't even eat it all right now. I'm still full from dinner. That was a great dinner. Yeah. No, it's a great experience, and this is why I love doing what I do. Okay. Please tell us we're going to see Amy Pete again. I'm actually coming back down to Boston. Jesus and Tellin, thank you for the 200 bits. Keep going, I will. Me and my friend in Vermont, a little bit further north, hitchhiking straight east to Portland, Maine, and then hitchhiking back down to Boston. And I believe my friend is then going back home to Canada from there. But they're near Boston, and I would love to meet them, or like meet up again. And they suggested a few things that we could do if we met up again, and they said I could crash at their place, I could have a recharge day, whatever I want to do. They'll put me up. I have to go back. I'll have to go back. Yeah, there might be some static. I get some interference with this microphone sometimes. I do apologize. Also, don't need that right now. Is it bad? Oh, actually, this makes it better. Hopefully that makes it a little bit better. Miss W, thanks for the 200 bits. Bit train, choo-choo. Text them tonight. I think once I shut down the stream, I will. 20 more follows to 10K. Yeah, it's better? Okay. Text them stream link. I gave them a business card. I have business cards. So they said they're gonna follow the stream and stuff like that. So they'll be viewing stuff like that. Freeman SC, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Twitch checkers, and thank you for the support. Anita Hardcockray, thank you for subscribing again. Welcome to the Twitch checkers, and thank you for that support. Be putting the picture on your Instagram. Yeah, I'm way behind on Instagram. It will be on there. It will be on there. Legion, thanks for the 100 bits. So glad you run into good folks. And if you've been watching this stream for a while, the vast majority of people we run into are wonderful human beings. I wouldn't say we've run into anyone that I'd call a bad human being. I was extremely frustrated with how that cop handled whatever kind of situation he thought was going on. But I'm sure if I actually got to know the dude, I'm sure he's a fine guy. I just found him a little power trippy today. I'm sure he's a fine guy. I just didn't like how he handled situations. $15 away from 10K. That would be a cool way to end this stream at 10,000 followers. Why does he care if you're hitchhiking? Yeah, I don't know. And it doesn't even matter. It's in the past now. Wait, 10. Oh yeah. I don't. What? Oh, are we just way behind on alerts? My alerts are not. I don't know what's going on. I think I've broken my phone. I think everything's broken. Legion thinks. Wait. Yeah, we're just way behind on alerts. We're way behind. Yeah, I got. I found in the U.S. quite often the cheaper rooms are double bedrooms. I don't know why. Do you ever get tired streaming something? I get tired for sure. Quite often the cheapest room is like one of these rooms. Like that's your starter room. Have a 2-hour shower. Not tonight. Like when I shut off the stream, I'm just gonna pass out. Can you show us the view from the window? Maybe in the morning. There's not gonna be much. Well, actually, I want to see what the window looks like. APOC, Headshot, I still can't believe that the first day I watched you and followed that you only had 30, 50 viewers max and you were so new to all the streaming thing and now you are a pro with a cult following. It's awesome. It's crazy how quickly the stream has grown. I just wanted to show people what hitchhiking was like. That's the only ambition I had for this channel. I think showing hitchhiking does show a very positive side of humanity. So I guess that's another thing that I would like to showcase. But thank you for that. Logical Harmonies, thanks for 100 bits. This is a rare encounter. To this extreme of friendliness and taking me in or anyone in, that is an outlier. But I'm gonna say that people being like just extremely friendly and inviting and welcoming and just overall kind people is not an outlier. Just because they went like this is yes, this usually doesn't happen. You usually don't see my eyes go like that. I don't experience that much crazy emotions on a day-to-day basis from hitchhiking and traveling, but today I did, because yes, this is an outlier. It was Condom Girl. That was so strange. I forgot about that. But every day with hitchhiking, you meet some amazing people. Every day, you meet some amazing people hitchhiking. Condom Girl. When we were at the restaurant getting pizza, these these drunk people that came from the baseball game or whatever was going on came by, and they're talking and they're looking at the stream, and they thought it was cool. They were asking what happened, and they're like, "You guys picked him up hitchhiking, and that's crazy." And then another girl like walked around behind them, came up right next to me, and was just like, "Do you have a condom? We're trying to find a condom, but we can't find any." I'm like, "No." But like, there's convenience stores all over the place. You can just buy a condom at any store. That's what the convenience stores are partly there for. For convenient things like getting a condom when you need one. That's what they're there for. If you need one, I will pay for a condom. It's important. But like, I think you can afford to buy a condom. I don't remember where I was going. I got distracted by the condom girl. Bitch life should want. I was having a dinner with someone. That's not the time to ask someone if they want that from you. She whispered it in my ear. You probably couldn't if you like came up right next to me and was like, "Hey, do you have a like quietly?" It sounds like she was trying like, but how do you think that's gonna play out in that situation? I'm having dinner with someone. We're eating. We just got pizzas. Can you get 720p there? I'm going to be winding down the stream soon anyway. It's not worth restarting the stream. I know that it'd be nicer in a higher resolution, but I'm about to wind this down anyway. There's no point restarting. How did you get this hotel? It was purchased for me by this couple that picked me up hitchhiking. What was in the box? The Mike's pastry box? Twisted Singer. Head out for tonight. Yeah. Have a great night, Twisted Singer. Need to charge him out. Jumping? I'm not in a jumping bed mood. I'm not in a jumping bed mood. Put the pastries in the fridge. It's probably a good idea. I think they're better. And that'd be something refrigeratable. Yeah. Love Mike's cannolis. I've never had a cannoli. They're good. They're quite rich, and people are like, you can't just have one. I think this is something that I could only have just one of. It's very rich. Need 720p to see every pore on Trevor's face. Don't see my face. My face. So, have ricotta cheese in them. I'm sure they'd be fine for a night, but yeah, I'll probably put it in the fridge. Oh man, 5 people till 10,000. That's crazy. That's so crazy. What a day. Is this gonna die on me? 13%, we'll be fine. Is there anything else I want to address before I close down the stream? 4 left. I feel like I should wait till 10,000. I don't like asking people, you know, like in a YouTube video, smash that subscribe button, that type of stuff. But I think, I don't know, we're 4 away, and I'm like, okay, I should just wait for the 10,000 follower mark. I don't know. Do you guys have any suggestions for what I can do for 10,000 followers? Like, that's a significant milestone in the channel, and I feel like that deserves some kind of event. So if you have any recommendations for what I should do for 10,000, hitchhike for 10K. Naked hitchhiker. Get to 10,000, then just get yourself banned. 10K? Is it there? $10,000 push-ups in a row? That's not possible. Not for the skinny Canadian guy. 24-hour stream. I don't know what I'd do for 24 hours. What would I even do for 24 hours? I can't hitchhike the whole time. I can't hitchhike at night. That's one of my rules. Jump from bed to bed. People see me jump on beds. I feel like I need to do something a little bit more. Give away something? Well, I'd still have to give away a ton of hitchhiking signs. I can do a huge hitchhiking sign giveaway. 10,000? We're at 10,000? Hey! I don't have anything to celebrate with. I don't have any emergency liquor. Like, I used it on my birthday. 10,000 followers. In 75 days of streaming. That's insane. To everyone watching, thank you for the crazy support you guys have shown me in 75 days of live streaming. Man, I'm so happy I decided to do this. I didn't know if I'd even like live streaming. I'd never been in front of a camera. I'd never done anything like this before. I didn't know if I'd like it. But I'm so happy I took a chance on it. And I decided to do this because this has been the best trip of my life. And I've been on a lot of trips and I've done a lot of what I consider interesting things with my hitchhiking. It's gone so much better than I could have ever hoped for. So, thank you for the support. This wouldn't, like, what makes this enjoyable for me is having you guys watching and you interacting and you talking with me and you giving me crap and all that different thing. All that different stuff. I love having you guys here with me. In my mind, I see you as my travel partners, my travel companions. Because you're here with me every single day. As I travel around the United States on this trip through all 50 states, you're with me every single day. I've never traveled with anyone long term. This is the first trip where I've actually had travel partners with me for an extended period of time. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for traveling with me. I'm so happy I did this. Dude, they are showing us pics and stuff from all your previous adventures. I could probably try and do something like that. I can do that. I would like to have some kind of setup where, like, you can have the pictures up on the screen and you can still have, like, how regular streamers have it. Still have yourself on webcam or whatever going on. If I was going to do an actual, like, extended stream where it's not this setup. It's 20,000 views in a storage unit flip out video. That was a interesting, yeah. Also, people who have picked you up so far this trip and talk about them a little and your experience with them. That's actually a really unique idea. That's a good idea, Relic. Wait, postcards from different cities? I don't have postcards from different cities though. Pete and Amy and 10K best date ever. Like, yeah, this is one of my favorite days of this trip so far. Do you have a laptop in the bag? Yes, I do. And because of the mixture of, like, there was good periods and there was bad periods today. As with anything in life, I think you don't really appreciate the good things in life, the great experiences in life, unless you also have some bad experiences in life, and I think everyone has some bad experiences in life. But being sad and or whatever makes you appreciate when things are good so much more. So I think today was just a great example of both sides of that. We had like the not so good experience with the police and stuff like that, but we had the most amazing experience hitchhiking after that. So yeah, you need the bad to appreciate the good. So watch YouTube videos on how to set up OBS. That's what they use. It's super easy. Well, I have Streamlabs on my laptop already. Regardless, this is something that I'd figure out on the sidelines with talking to people that know stuff, and because I don't know anything. But I'm not gonna figure that out right now. Again, thank you. Like, we just reached 10,000 followers. That's amazing. I never would have thought we've gotten to this point so quickly. It's crazy to me. I think at this point I'm winding down the stream, and I'll be back on tomorrow, continuing north. We're back on tomorrow, continuing north. Talk to Relic how to do it. Actually, Relic know exactly how to do it. What's the sub count? Right around 500. Yeah, it's impact velocity here. Do we have our man, the myth, the legend, the troll, impact velocity? Relic, you help me with Streamlabs? Alright, thank you. So our 10,000 followers celebration probably won't be like today or tomorrow, but we'll do it. It will take a little bit of planning. So much of this stuff has happened so quickly that I haven't been prepared for the growth of the channel. Like right now we have 3 emotes. We have slots for 20. This is not, I was not prepared for this. I'm not prepared to do a 10,000 follower celebration kind of stream where I like do a different kind of oh yeah, he's camping. He totally told me that. Thank Trevor. Alright, who's online right now then? I have to look this up. Who's online? None of our regulars are online. Mods. Where's Beck? Is he online? Mods? Do you know who's... Okay, I'm gonna go to the IRL category and find someone doing something that I like. Beck needs viewers. Host. Raid Kiboga. Kiboga. I hate making this decision because like I never plan on it beforehand. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah. We all love Kiboga so much. Okay, Kiboga. Okay, raid Kiboga. Do you know who Kiboga is? I absolutely do. And he's raided me before, and actually ended up having me in, getting me an amazing experience. I got to meet Kimchi. He picked me up and took me just outside of town. I got to stay with his family for 2 nights. That Kiboga raid was actually an amazing experience. I'm so happy that that actually happened. What Relic have? Got Violet Lynchick. God, I hate doing this because everyone's saying different things. everyone's saying different things. I just need to do this without your input because, you know what? I'm gonna take Relic's suggestion because it's Relic, and I trust his input, and he's a great guy. So let's do it that way. Now, last time I did this, it didn't work for some reason, so I had to host instead of rating. But let's see. Okay. Okay. So I think I have 20 seconds. With that said, I don't know if it's even going to work because last time it didn't work. Because I don't know how to live stream because I'm an amateur. But thank you, everyone, for watching today. What a crazy day. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll be hitchhiking north. Continuing north. And I have very high hopes and expectations for tomorrow and the rest of the trip. I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. We made it to $10,000 today. That's crazy. 75 days. That's insane. Good night, everyone. Yeah, it's crazy.